You have to now. And I'm really glad that we're getting to work with you again. I'm really excited about this.
I'm excited too.
Yeah, because you live in Providence. That's the main reason. You live in Providence too?
Yep, just outside of Providence.
I grew up in Providence. Yeah. Did you guys go to Brown or something? What are you doing in Providence? Why would anybody live in Providence? No, you know
nice,
what?
Leo.
I love Providence.
It's a wonderful place to run a virtual company.
That's true.
So we're a distributed company.
Yeah.
It takes me 10 minutes to get to the airport, 40 minutes to get to the Boston
airport. The beautiful
airport.
Buddy Cianci Airport. No,
yeah,
that's not
exactly.
what it's called. So we're going to be doing a Tech Guy site, a new Tech Guy site, because the old site is such an embarrassment. I've been trying to change this for a while, and we're going to move it to Drupal. It's on a wiki right now, a bad wiki.
Yeah, we were reading over the ideas for it. It's going to be really cool.
You like that idea?
I think it's awesome.
It's gonna be slick.
I think it's a really great sort of archive for all of your.
Well, that's the idea, is because
you got all these answers
all this information
and all this stuff.
So we want to capture it and make it a rich site. So the idea is,
and the answer is always: have you plugged in your computer?
Right, I know.
I was like,
reinstall Windows is the number one answer.
Have you power cycled your machine?
Hello, am I on the air? No, we should
occasionally get people. We had a guy today on the radio show.
Turn down your radio, sir.
This guy, it was like, every time I use my browser, it asks if I want HTTPS. And not only that, when I use HTTPS, people can't reply to my email. I don't know what to say to that. No, that doesn't make any sense. You're crazy. So what we're going to do, okay, so here's the first question. So when we did the new Twit site, which is also on Drupal, there's Lullabot's website, we got attacked like 5 times. So a couple of questions that come up for me. Drupal secure, and the other thing is we had scaling issues. Drupal, now whitehouse.gov uses Drupal.
Drupal is very flexible.
So it could be good or bad, depending on...
You can flex it however you would like. And sometimes ways you wouldn't like.
Right. So we did, so you guys are going to make sure it's a secure site and it can handle a lot of traffic, because the radio show has 1 million listeners.
Yeah. Well, we do the Grammys website every year.
You do the Grammys?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that should be enough.
3rd year in a row.
Really?
3rd year in a row.
Awesome. Yep. Wait a minute. Let me look at is it Grammys.com?
Grammy.com.
Wow, that's cool. It's kind of quiet right now.
Coming up quick.
Yeah, but there's nobody going. There's nothing there. This is over. It's coming up in February.
It's coming up.
So this is Drupal.
So, yeah.
Wow.
This site gets mostly visited during commercial breaks.
Right.
They say, for more information, go to Grammy.com.
Right. But
I always thought people, visit the restroom, but they apparently actually go to the website because we watch the servers.
Yeah, but it goes crazy. So how do you scale that? Do you spread it across multiple servers? Do you have a image server separate from, a SQL server? How do you scale all that?
Yep, multiple servers, CDNs. Actually, you'll always find a couple Lullabots backstage at the Grammys going,
So that's interesting.
Sweat coming down.
So you use a CDN, and to do that, you'd have to have a cached static page that you propagate out to the edges of the CDN.
Yep.
And how do you? And then you update that on a regular basis, or?
Yeah, it's a layer cake, Leo.
Because you got to keep it fresh, especially during Grammy night.
Yep. It's 3 minutes. 3 minutes time to live
but
for the whole thing.
Nevertheless, 3 minutes is enough to serve 1,000 or 2,000 people, and because it's static, you don't have to regenerate. So
that's right.
That saves you a lot of time.
That's right. Yep, it's about 50,000 servers when it's all said and done.
50,000?
Well,
okay, so we have
through the CDN network. Yep.
But it's a CDN.
Can I do it with 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Well, we're not as big as Grammy.com. You also did the European MTV site, I know.
Yep. Last year we did MarthaStewart.com.
Oh, see, I'm in good hands here. So that's a big site too.
Yeah, and the one that's actually even bigger than that is WWE.com.
The wrestling.
Yes, wrestling.
Wrestling, which some might say Martha Stewart could be part of that. So
that guy looks like
these
Rob
pop
Thomas.
up. Look
the
at
thin Rob Thomas or the fat Rob Thomas?
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Actually, many people don't know this, but Jeff is a rock star, literally. You may remember the band Orbit. And if you don't, well, then you don't know who the hell he is.
If you were listening to music
what was the name
in
of your
the
hit?
90s. We had a song called Medicine that was
See?
97.
I didn't make that up.
97.
See, the chat room's going, what?
Yeah. Look on iTunes or whatever your favorite
So
searching.
The idea of the Tech Guy site is it's like kind of like a blog where each entry is a question and an answer. We'll have initially short notes of the Q&A, but eventually replace it with a transcript of the Q&A, an embedded YouTube video queued to the spot so you can watch it. And then underneath, I want to use a commenting engine that has karma points so that people can say, no, that's wrong, this is the right answer, and then vote on the karma points. And then we'll have like a prizes for the top karma getters each month, something like that. That's all.
No, I mean, it ties in really great also because I'm sure you get calls on the show.
I'd love to
where
point
you'd
them
like
to
to
the
sort of
site.
crowdsource the answers a little bit.
Exactly.
Right?
So we can do that in real time?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
almost real time.
You know,
so
just
I
tell
use
people
right
I'm going to
now,
put this up on the website, and we'll get. I mean, you got the chat room, but this is like a sort of longer term.
Well, that's interesting. You say Stack Overflow because you guys there was a competition to duplicate Stack Overflow.
Well, we've been running this conference, a Drupal conference called Do It with Drupal, for a number of years, and each year we do what we call fantasy sites, like fantasy baseball teams,
right?
And we clone popular Drupal sites or popular websites in Drupal. So we built Flickr in Drupal. We built Twitter in Drupal. We built this year. Someone built the Apple Store, like pixel perfect Apple Store. He called it the Pineapple Store. Wow. In Drupal. What else have we done this year? We did Netflix. But one year we did Stack Overflow.
Because it's very similar. They have karma points. They have whole system.
And Jeff Eaton, one of the Lullabot people, did it and put it up on Drupal.org. He was calling it Array Shift, and it's a distribution of Drupal that you can download that does sort of Stack Overflow-ish kinds of things.
So that's similar to what we want to do, really.
Yep.
So this doesn't sound so difficult.
It's possible.
It's possible. Then the next thing is Leoville, but we'll talk about that's another mess we got to talk about at some point. Well, I'm excited. I just loved what you did for us back in 2006.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, and you just did a great job for us, and I'm looking forward to the next thing. And I think the other thing we want to talk about at some point is then looking at the Twit site as a workflow system. Because what we do right now is really crazy to post podcasts,
so,
and I'd love to get a workflow going.
Yes. So have I sent you an email about Videola. Did you have a chance to look at that?
No, I haven't.
Videola.tv. This is this sort of IPTV video management platform based on Drupal that we've been working on.
Oh, interesting.
And so basically, it's sort of the idea is to have sort of feature parity with like Netflix or Hulu. So build your own Netflix.
So this is
and everybody's got an idea for like, I want to build the Netflix of Saudi Arabia.
So this is a distribution platform that you could. Would I buy this?
No. It's
open source.
I mean, it's alpha at this point. But if you're downloading it yourself, it's a real
maybe
techie
we could start
kind of
at
thing.
this point and customize from here. Huh?
And the big focus here is like IPTV stuff. So we've got a Roku app, we've got a iOS, iPad.
Oh my God, we got to talk to you.
Android.
We totally have to talk to you.
Yeah, and so the thing about the thing that's particularly different about this, as opposed to what they call the OVPs, so Bright Cove,
right,
Uyala, right? These companies have been building video platforms, right? Ubiquitous video. You want your video everywhere. You want to be able to embed it on your blog.
Right.
And in that process of building out the using CDNs and building these video platforms in this way, they don't keep track of user data. It's not user centric information. So if you go to somebody's blog and you start watching a video and then you go do something else and you come back a few days later, reload the page, it's not going to know where you were. It has no concept of a user. And Videola is all about like user-centric kinds of stuff. So being able to resume and keep track of what videos users have watched and stuff like that, which is the key to being able to sell video, right? Because you also need to be able to keep track of what permissions users have, in order to be able to do that. So
this is cool.
That's the idea. We started out building Drupalize.me, which is our Drupal training site, video training site. And as we started building it, it was like, well, I wanted to do what Netflix does. And
Right.
then we realized, like, wait a minute.
So you're
I think a
already
lot of
doing
people would like this technology for other things. You know, you think
Right.
about like
So you're doing
college
all-
sports teams to be able to watch on your iPhone all the like Notre Dame archive of video from ever. You know.
So you're doing this all already for yourself. For your
Yeah.
own
This
videos.
is how we
'Cause you do a lot of
built it
training.
for this,
Look
and
at
then
that,
we took the
473 videos. Wow.
yeah. It's adds up over
Well,
time.
I'm excited. I'm really pleased to get you guys back in the fold. We're very exciting.
I'm excited too.
We got to get out of here because we got to get ready for the gaming show, which is coming up. So we're going to reformat the stage and get the gaming people going. I'm going to get out of the way. Have a great Sunday evening with our gaming show and our LAN parties tonight too, right? Which
Yes,
we call
absolutely.
Shut Up and Play.
Yes.
And you know, do we know anything about the game they're playing? Are they playing Team Fortress
Glenn,
again?
what's the game?
Team
Team
Fortress
Fortress 2.
And there is no casual encounter this week because Mr. Casual Encounter LL Cool L was indisposed, but there will be next week.